Before the pyramids touched the skies, before Ramses stood in stone, before the name Tutankhamun echoed through time, there was one man, a name carved not only in stone, but in the divine memory of a people, a king, a god, a unifier. His name was Narmer. He did not inherit an empire, he forged one. And in doing so, he lit the flame that would burn for over 3,000 years. This is the House of Ra, and this is the beginning. Long before Egypt was a single kingdom, it was two lands, two people, two souls. To the south of Upper Egypt, a narrow stretch of land flanked by cliffs and stone. To the north of Lower Egypt, a green delta, lush and fertile, kissed by the Mediterranean breeze. These lands were more than geography. They were living entities, each with its gods, its tribes, its kings. And between them, rivalries, skirmishes, centuries of division. The Nile flowed through them both. But unity was a dream, not yet a destiny. Into this fractured world stepped a ruler unlike any before him, Narmer, king of Upper Egypt, a man guided by vision, by power, and by the gods. He was more than a warrior. He was the living embodiment of Horus, the falcon god, protector of kingship, and his mission was divine, to bring Ma'at, the sacred order, to a divided land. Narmer's army was swift, his will is unshakable. Village by village, city by city, he pressed north, not for conquest alone, but for unification. What we know of Narmer, it is carved not in scrolls, but in stone. A single artifact tells the story. The Narmer Palette is over 5,000 years old. On one side, Narmer wears the white crown of the south. On the other, the red crown of the north. Two crowns, one king. He is seen striking down his enemies. On another panel, he walks among the decapitated, not in cruelty, but as the bringer of divine justice. This is no simple victory. It is symbolic power. The two lands united, Narmer crowned himself the first pharaoh of a unified Egypt. He founded Memphis, a new capital, placed where the two lands meet. From here, he established the First Dynasty, the first royal bloodline to rule as one nation. His reign set the standard. He conceived the idea of the pharaoh as more than just a king, as Ra's chosen, the living flame of the sun god. His successors would build pyramids, raise temples, and conquer distant lands. But they would all walk in Narmer's shadow. He was the blueprint. Narmer's legacy is not measured in gold or monuments, but in spirit. He defined what it meant to be a ruler chosen by the gods. He wove religion into power and law into faith. From this time forward, pharaohs were not merely men, they were gods in mortal form. Sons of Ra, chosen to uphold Ma'at, the sacred balance of the cosmos. He built no pyramid, but he built the idea that Egypt's king was eternal. He planted the seed of divine kingship, and from that seed rose empires. Narmer's tomb has never been found. His voice has never been heard, but his presence is everywhere. In every cartouche, every temple, every king who ever ruled Egypt after him, he was the first. The one who brought light to the two lands, the god who walked as man. Narmer, the unifier, the founder, the first pharaoh. This is the House of Ra, and the gods, they are just beginning to speak. Thank you for walking with us through the sacred sands of history in this first chapter. A new king awaits, and his story is just beyond the horizon. Subscribe to the House of Ra and continue your journey through the divine legacy of Egypt's sacred kings.